Welcome to this game of Mechabellum. I'm fighting against Vibe and my options: Missile, Fortified, Typhoon and Training. And looking at those, Missile would be a good Saber Hound, but I didn't want to play Saber Hound. I want to play Crabs. My second game during the patch, and the first one I didn't manage to play Crabs, so here I'm going for Training Specialist, which I can go for Crabs instantly. My opponent: Cost Control, Supply, Giant, and Speed Specialist. And I would probably go for Giant, but he went for Speed. With Ball Crawlers, which is a good speed. It's usually what you want with balls and crawlers is speed. But looking at his units, I didn't think he would try to attack this side, so I will make my defense on this one. See me position my spiders, my fangs, and I will grab crawlers. Not crawlers, I will grab crabs. And so the turret, I don't need them with the spiders helping, with the shaft clear. I will think of going Phoenix, because it's a great one to go for when they get the intensive, but no, it's crab time. You go back and go for crabs. You probably noticed by the temp that my opponent is, not the temp, the title, that my opponent is very low MMR. It's not very low, but it's below 1500. Which, considering it's at the start of the season, he should probably be at 16 or maybe even 17. So you can see crabs kill balls. Although on the side the spider turned to the middle instead of helping with the shaft, so the crab is stuck on shaft. But my level 2 crab, which I used the intensive training on, is still alive. And killing balls. So, victory on the first round. And we go for round 2. And the game instantly offered me a solution for my fear of Wraith, because Wraith is a very usual shaft clear unit for this kind of build. So now I have Marksman, so I am safe against Wraith. So one Marksman here and here, and I think I will grab one Spider here to deal with this Crawler, since this one is turning to the wrong side. So now I have a third Spider. And I will grab my own Crawlers. You'll put one here behind the Marksman to arrive a bit late. Because you can see my opponent doesn't have shaft clear. He did grab the sledge for the free unit. I sold another tower. Put a missile here just for safety, in case he mounted an attack on this side. My opponent's going for deep flanks with crawlers. So my missile will be useful here, protecting my tower. And some of my crawlers and fangs detached to deal with this one. And he still doesn't have shaft clear. The sledges are not the best shaft clear. And they are free frag for my crabs. So another big victory for me. For the simple thing that my opponent doesn't have shaft clear. If you don't have shaft clear, you will lose if your opponent has shaft. It's simple as that. Here, I didn't really want any of those. I could maybe use Incendiary Bomb. An Incendiary here would be actually really good. He has a lot of shaft. but I will just skip. Go for crawlers here to counter his crawlers here too. I think I will even grab one crawler here to go for his tower, which is very undefended. And he finally goes for shaft clear. Vulcan. Which is a really good shaft clear unit. Strange that even a Vulcan on the early flank. Level for the other crab. So I have two level 2 crabs. Unfortunately, the spider locked on the Vulcan, and the crab on the crawlers. But the buff from my crawler attack. My crawlers are also winning the fight because I grabbed damage enhancement. And I do have enough DPS to kill Vulcans with the crabs and the marksman. So another victory, even if this Vulcan getting insta-locked by my spider is quite annoying. Here I really didn't want any of those, so I'll just skip. If maybe shield device could be useful, so he do have balls in here. One even got a level. I also got level 1 marksman, and now I just need more DPS. I need to kill this Vulcan faster, so my spider is free to kill Shaft. My opponent went for the non-repair, which we'll put on this Vulcan. You see that I will grab a crab in here to get an insta-lock on this Vulcan. And I think now I will go for the field maintenance, which is quite cheap at 200. So a very cheap field maintenance. And my crabs now are annoying. If his balls don't lock on them, he will have a hard time killing them. He even grabbed the level 1 Phoenix here to have some anti-air. Although I'm not trying to cheese him, but winning with just going ground. And I want to go crabs, so that's what I'm going. So I'm putting a missile here for safety. He went for a Vulcan here to deal with my crawlers, but he's using 400 to deal with 100. Because of the healing, now my crab is having a hard time killing the Vulcan. It's a level 1 crab. But look at this, healing against healing. He is also having a hard time killing my crab. And they are healing. The Phoenix can't kill it. This one too, it's locked by a Phoenix and a Vulcan, and it's not dying. Fortunately, no, it survived. Hero crab. Level 1 crab. So, field maintenance working. The healing crabs. The marsh of the healing crabs. And if you enjoyed watching healing crabs beating Vulcans, you could subscribe. It's easy and it really helps me. Here we have incendiary bomb again, laser sights. There's also efficient maintenance, but my opponent is already so low health. Don't need a scaling money card. I'll just go for incendiary, kill his units faster. You see here, being to kill all his shaft. I have intensive training, which I think I will give to the hero crab in here. He was a hero, he deserves. And I'm grabbing more crabs. You can see me putting 2 crabs in here. Deal with his Vulcan. Level 2, the crabs in the back. And more crabs. So a third crab. This one is already level 3. So 30,000 HP with healing. I also put one shield because he could have went for fire too. And most of my crawlers are coming from here, so that's why the shield. And I end up putting another, so fully protected against fire. My opponent went for 2 crawlers in here and impacted drill on his crawlers. Unfortunately for him, I have level 2 crawlers here, so they will beat the impacted drill crawlers. And fire to kill his crawlers coming from here. End up leaving only one. It's the fight again, even if there are crawlers one way at the start, but defeat for the Vulcan. He even grabbed scorching fire on his Vulcans. Here there was chaff for my crawlers to deal with before they have to deal with the Vulcan, but they managed to win anyway. And that's a win for the healing crabs. So first try with the crabs, and crabs win. Although my opponent went for a very strange strategy with these Vulcan balls. And he doesn't have the tech on the Vulcan that could have countered the crabs, which is incendiary. I don't know if it's incendiary. It's the one that burns the enemy unit. The burn stops the healing and also deal percent damage. But if he had the burn and went with the burn, I would go for Farseers to photon coat my crabs, which leaves them immune to burn. So even if it works, it would only work for 1 round. But even with the crawlers and the scorching on the Vulcan here, my crab still wins. And it was the highest damage crab, 24,000 damage. This one 17. Spider, this one 23,000. You can see here, he had crawlers which do beat my crawlers. They don't even need to beat my crawlers, the Vulcan will do it. And then the crabs had to deal with all the crawlers and the Vulcan, and he managed it. And if you look at the costs here, it's 300 for the crabs against 400 for the Vulcan. And with even the crawler protecting it, the crabs won. So healing crabs for the win. I will try to play more games with healing. I wasn't able to use the second tech, which is emergency armor, which will pair really well with healing. But I will try to do it. And that's it for this game. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment, and I will see you on the next one.